So, you want to build that lean, athletic physique without ever setting foot inside a gym? You're in exactly the right place. See, to really transform your body, you don't need all that expensive equipment or a pricey membership. All you need is a little bit of space, some grit, and your own body weight. Look, if you're trying to get seriously fit, but you want to do it on your own terms, you are definitely not alone. The gym scene just isn't for everyone. And you know what? That's totally fine. The good news is, it absolutely doesn't have to be. We're about to lay out a plan that works pretty much anywhere. And this isn't just a few workout tips I'm going to throw at you. No, this is a clear, step-by-step 30-day roadmap. It's designed to take you from wherever you are right now to a much stronger, more confident version of yourself. Okay, let's get into it. First things first, why calisthenics? I mean, why choose bodyweight exercises instead of going to the gym and lifting all those heavy weights? Well, the answer is actually way more powerful than you might think. Let's just break this down for a second, because this isn't just a random list. It's practically a lifestyle. You've got the freedom to work out anywhere, your living room, a park, a hotel room, you name it. You're building functional, real-world strength, the kind that actually helps you in your daily life, not just moving a heavy bar up and down. And yet, you can learn some seriously impressive skills, all while building that lean, athletic body that's not only sustainable, but also way safer as long as you focus on good form. All right, so you're probably motivated and ready to jump in right now. But hold on, because this is exactly where most people get stuck and just quit after a few days. They see all these advanced moves online and they try to go from 0 to 100. That is not the way. We need to talk about the real starting point. It's the biggest question, right? You see someone do a crazy muscle up or a perfect handstand and you think, I want to do that. But trying to start there, well, it just leads to frustration and a whole lot of soreness. So where do you lay that first brick? Here is your answer. Forget all the fancy skills for now. Your entire fitness journey, everything, is built on these 4 pillars: push-ups, pull-ups, squats, and planks. I know they might seem basic, maybe even a little boring, but trust me, mastering them is completely non-negotiable. This is the solid ground you need for everything that comes next. And if you take only one single thing away from this section, please let it be this. This is the golden rule. Chasing a higher number of reps with sloppy, bad form will only lead to injury and basically zero progress. 5 perfect, clean push-ups will build more strength and discipline than 20 terrible ones. Always, always prioritize quality over quantity. Okay, now before you even start, you're going to hear a lot of noise. It'll come from friends, maybe relatives, definitely people online. The first real challenge isn't the workout itself. It's getting past all the absolute nonsense myths that surround calisthenics. So let's clear the air. Let's just start with the most ridiculous one out there. You might hear that calisthenics, especially doing things like pull-ups, will stunt your growth. This is complete and utter nonsense. If anything, exercises like pull-ups actually decompress your spine and improve your posture, which can make you appear taller. Your actual height, that's all down to your genetics and your nutrition. Period. Next up, this idea that you can only build real muscle with dumbbells and big machines. Your muscles, they don't know the difference. They only understand one thing: resistance. The secret sauce is something called progressive overload, which just means constantly making things a little bit harder for your muscles. So maybe today you do 5 push-ups, next week you aim for 10, then you move to a harder kind, like diamond push-ups. That is how you build a strong aesthetic physique. And finally, there's this myth that you have to already be lean to even start calisthenics. This is probably the biggest misunderstanding of all. The truth is, calisthenics adapts to you. It doesn't matter if you start with push-ups against a wall or use resistance bands to help with your pull-ups. There are easier variations for every single fitness level. This journey is for everyone. Okay, so we've covered the why, we've busted the myths, now it's time for the what. This is the part you've been waiting for. This is your complete 30-day transformation blueprint, designed to take you from an absolute beginner to a confident, athletic version of yourself. We've structured this plan just like you'd build a house. It makes perfect sense. First, you have to lay a rock-solid foundation. Then you build up the structure, and finally, you add all the finishing touches. This approach makes sure you build strength safely without getting totally overwhelmed. So let's pour that foundation in phase 1. So for these first 10 days, our entire focus is just mastering the basics with perfect form. And as you can see, we're hitting the whole body. For push-ups, you can start with an incline, like putting your hands on a sturdy table, which makes it a bit easier while you build up that initial strength.
For your back, we're going to use pull-up variations. A negative just means you focus only on lowering yourself down, super slow and controlled. That builds the exact muscles you'll need for a full pull-up. Then squats build your legs, and planks will start to forge a rock-solid core. This is all about getting your body ready for what's coming next. Okay, your foundation is set. Now it's time to start building some real strength. In days 11 through 20, we're going to crank up the challenge. We'll introduce things like diamond push-ups, where you bring your hands close together to really hit your triceps and get that arm definition. By adding in chin-ups with your palms facing you, we start to bring your biceps into the game and build that classic V-shaped back. And exercises like hanging knee raisers are going to seriously start targeting your abs. This is the phase where you'll really begin to feel and see the changes happening.
Welcome to the transformation phase. The goal here is to introduce some more advanced variations that really forge that athletic look. We'll progress toward things like archer push-ups for insane one-sided chest strength and spike push-ups to get those broader shoulders. Now, look at those last two exercises, pistol squat progression and wall handstand holds. Let's be really clear. You might not master these in 10 days, and that is perfectly okay. The real key here is just starting the progression. Working on your balance for the squat, or just getting comfortable being upside down against a wall. Just starting that journey is the real win. This is where all your hard work starts to pay off and your transformation becomes undeniable. But remember, the workout is only part of the puzzle. You can follow this plan perfectly every single rep, but if you ignore these other critical elements, your results are going to stall. A true transformation, well, that happens when you follow the complete code. Here it is. These are the non-negotiables. 7 to 8 hours of sleep, that's mandatory for muscle recovery. Your body needs clean, protein-rich food to rebuild itself. Hydration is absolutely key for your performance. And above all else, consistency is what separates results from just wishful thinking. 6 days of work, 1 day of rest. You have to stick to the schedule. And finally, let's just quickly cover the traps that catch almost every beginner. We've said it before, but please do not sacrifice your form just to chase more reps. Don't skip your rest days. Overtraining will kill your progress. Don't ignore your diet. You simply cannot out-train bad nutrition. And maybe most importantly, focus on your own journey. Your progress is yours and yours alone. So there you have it, the complete 30-day blueprint to take you from beginner to a stronger, more athletic you. The excuses are all gone. The path is crystal clear. The only question left is, will you start building?